Don't stop caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't stop caring about me now. Aren't you the guy who tried to hurt me with the word goodbye? Though it took some time to survive you, I'm better on the other side. I'm all good already, so moved on, it's scary. I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, if you wanna believe that anything can stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't stop caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't stop caring about me now. I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, if you wanna believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't stop caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't stop caring about me now.
Alright guys, welcome to Majulah 4th episode live with me. I'm your boy for tonight. This is your birthday boy, Shafi. Okay, welcome back again. While we wait for our guest of honor to be live, let me share with you some of our objectives for today. Organizing section. Can you guys hear me? If you guys hear me, please comment or give me a like. All right. Alright, welcome again to Majulah 4th live episode, IG live episode. My name is Shafi Lazali. I'm the Jedi Master of Majulah community. So, for those of you who don't know, in Majulah we have this culture of giving ourselves a superhero name, right? So, for myself, I'm the Jedi Master. So, why Jedi Master? Because I believe in the Force. Yes, so Jedi Master balance the Force. There's always good and bad, so it's about balancing, and life is always about the balance. Alright, so without further ado, I think I want to welcome our Changemaker for today. Before I introduce him, so I think I want to play a quiz with you. How about that? Play a quiz. So if you know the answer, you can just put in comment. Or maybe, you know, when as we go through the live session, and if you have any questions or any queries, you can just drop in our question box there, the question mark just below here. Comment, you can just comment, just leave a comment there lah. If you got question, you know, make sure you put your question in the question box so I can refer to the question later. Alright? Okay. So for the past weeks, we have been going live on different days, but I think I want to make it a point that our live session will only fall on every Friday 10 p.m. Right? So no more Sunday, no more Saturday, only Fridays. Every Fridays 10 p.m. Log in to your Instagram account and make sure you check us because we will live, by then. Alright. So today we are doing things a bit differently. So for the past week we have been online with just us. I mean, people in Majulah. But I think moving on from today, we will include some of our inspiring change makers because we believe that they are the ones who are doing the crazy work in the world. So they're the ones who make make the world a better place to live in, right? So for our very first change maker, these are some of the interesting facts about him. He was the Singapore of the Year nominee in 2017, and he had saved 20 lives when he was a teenager. Wow, 20 years old and you have saved 20 lives. When I'm 20 years old, I think I saved probably 20 kilo. No, put on 20 kilo. But yeah, but this guy, this change maker, 20 years old, managed to save. When he was a teenager. Sorry, when he was a teenager, save 20 lives. Teenager, I'm Sec 4. I'm still, playing games, I guess. Yeah. Worried about games. Worried about, how I look. Whether I shave. Whether I look handsome on TV or blah blah blah. But this guy saved 20 lives, so that's amazing. And now, he is one of our superhero, one of our frontliners in the COVID-19. One of the frontliners in this fight against COVID-19. And I think he will introduce himself later. So before further ado, I would like to invite our change maker. Let me see whether he's live. Okay. Live. Coming in soon. Assalamualaikum, Luqman.
Okay, give me a moment. I connect back in a while. Give me a moment.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, so that's Luqman, Sheikh Luqman. I think a little bit, introduction about him. He's one of our frontliners in the fight against COVID-19. He's an ambulance medic. Wow, ambulance medic, where you have to, face the risk of, getting contracted with the virus and whatnot. But, he woke up every day and he braved through this, and he's willing to, don his uniform and save people's lives. So reason why is because many people are missing the term as being a paramedic when they are not. Okay. Yes, Luqman is an ambulance medic. So I think in Singapore context, paramedic is centered towards the our SCDF, Singapore Civil Defence, first responder paramedic, and we have the private ambulance, right? So private ambulance, they are the ambulance medic, but nonetheless, they are doing similar work. They are facing similar risk, same risk, of getting infected. But they woke up and they still brave to the day, knowing all this risk, right? So before we wait for Luqman to be live again, you saw a bit of him just now because I believe he just came back from his ended his shift. So yeah, just imagine. I think it's a 12 hours ambulance shift. So they will be stationed at one of the fire station in Singapore, and you have to attend somewhat similar cases as the SCDF paramedics. Okay, Sheikh Luqman will be live in about a moment. Okay, nameless fella mentioned that paramedics and medics are not the same. I agree. I think we can ask Luqman more about it, right? So there might be, a bit of difference between the paramedics and the medics, the ambulance medics. Right, you're waiting for Luqman to be live, but I think, yes, please. Okay, Luqman, Assalamualaikum. How are you?
Hello, khabar.
Hello. Good, good. Wow. Where are you now, Luqman?
Baru sampai rumah. I just got home.
Oh, wow. Where are you from?
Work. I was working today. Today is a big day, so it's a working day for me. Ah,
How,
so,
okay,
yes.
I think the most important question, how tired are you?
How tired I am.
Yeah.
I think I would say 70% drained.
Oh, wow.
70%.
Okay. So it's a 8 hours or 12 hours shift?
For us now we are rotating. For at least for my company lah, we are working on night.
Hmm.
Sometimes we overtime up to 12 or 13 hours lah, depending on the call volume. Yeah.
Okay, okay. All right, Luqman, I think, our viewers here would like to know more about you. I think today's session is all about Abang Luqman here. So before you introduce yourself, let's play a game, shall we?
Okay,
So
sure.
this game, I think, this game is called Two Truths, One Lie.
Oh
Two Truths, One Lie.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty common, right? So let's start with you. Give us two truths and one lie, and I have to guess which is the lie.
Two truths, one lie. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Number one, I am 23.
Okay.
Number two, I love seafood. And
Okay.
number three, I've been working for 3 months straight.
Okay. That's a difficult question. Okay. I would go with the second one. That's a lie. You like seafood. Why? Because you don't like just to seafood, but you like to eat them. Get it? Get it? Seafood. Seafood. Okay.
Oh,
But is
go
that
on
true?
there, go on there. No, that's false. I love seafood.
Okay. So which one is the lie?
Which one is a lie? Okay, I'm 21
Yeah.
this year. I'm not 23.
81. Oh,
Still
wow.
young.
So young. My God. Yeah. We are about the same age, actually. Okay.
Of course, Irina, of course.
Indian Iron. So Luqman, I think let's. So Regina, he's not 20. Yes, yeah, he's not 20. He just revealed that he's 21 this year.
Yeah.
Um,
Abangnya laptop kat luar. Laptop.
okay.
My laptop.
Luqman,
Macam ada blue.
let's start off by introducing yourself. Bluetooth,
Okay.
Bluetooth.
Huh? Introduce myself. Okay,
Yes.
hello everybody. I'm Luqman. I'm 21 this year. Just finished NS actually. Waiting to go into uni as a nursing student. With a scholarship, inshallah. Yeah, I guess in the meantime I'm working and doing my part during this period. Yep.
Doing your part. So I think I want to ask you more about that. What are you doing? I heard stories that you are one of the superheroes now, right? So yeah.
No.
No, okay. Yeah, so you are one of our frontliners in this fight against COVID-19, Luqman.
Yes, that's
Are you
right.
not? Yes, okay. So
You're right to say that.
earlier there's one of our
I am.
viewer mentioned
I
that
guess.
yeah. So one of the viewers mentioned that there's a difference between paramedic and an ambulance medic. So
Yep,
which one are
that's
you,
true, bro.
and what is the difference?
Okay, I guess by certification, I'm a ambulance medic. I'm a emergency medical technician level 2. What's the difference? I guess the main key difference is that for ambulance paramedics, they are allowed to administer more drugs. They are allowed to do more life-saving procedures, and there are more protocols that they know as compared to me lah. So in that sense, they are I would say that it's a higher title than what we ambulance medics are. But at the end of the day, we always work together lah as a team. Yep.
Correct. Correct.
Mm.
Is it you attend? Are you in the PA, the private ambulance,
Yes,
the
in
one
the
station in fire station?
No, I'm not. Currently, I'm serving in a private ambulance operator.
Mm.
There is also an emergency ambulance operator.
Yeah.
But I'm not stationed in fire stations. We are private cases. You can think of those people who wish to go to their own private hospitals for their own their hospital of their choice lah. And then at the same time, we work hand in hand with the SCDF 995 to handle with current COVID crisis. Yep.
Okay. But nonetheless, Luqman, you guys are facing the same risk, of
Yes, that's
getting contracted by the virus, right? So it's really an important job. If you ask me to be an ambulance medic, I would think twice. Right? It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of bravery to don that uniform and knowing that yes, you save life, but there's probably a few percent chance that you get contracted, but still you wake up every day and you brave through, right?
you're
Okay.
taking the risk. Yes. Yeah. So
Okay,
actually,
I think let's
Mm.
So you were saying.
I just wanted to say that for us, it's more of a commitment that we feel. It's our part to do for the country, and also more for I would say our own people lah. I won't use a big word like for our country and everything, but I would say for my own people. So at the end of the day, I know that I want to do my part for my family. These are the people who I'm actually fighting for at the end of the day lah. So
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. Right. Luqman, I think I want to go a bit more to your personal life. Well, I think for the rest of the stuff in Majulah, you kind of know them. But we were, I think between you and me, I'm still trying to get to know you more, right? So the last time we met was at the Yishun Futsal Court, where it was one of the ambulance medic on standby, right? Okay, Luqman is a bit hang there.
Yeah.
Let's wait for him. Yeah. Okay, some of the comments here. So are you guys the 177 call? Mahmud Yahya 993. 995 lah, not 993 lah. 993 you call, different. I think helicopter come and find you. Okay, Luqman. So maybe share with us how do you start with Majulah? How you are involved in Majulah? I believe was it in 2017 or which year were you start off with us? Or how were you involved? Luqman. Okay, Luqman, I think the connection is a bit laggy there. But while we wait for him to be live again, you guys can drop your questions in the question box there right below Luqman if you want to ask him any question. Yeah, Luqman, can you hear me, Luqman? Houston, we have a problem. Houston, I'm okay. All right, Luqman. Can you hear me, Luqman? Oh, okay. Okay, while we wait for Luqman to join us back, I think there's a bit of connection issues. But yeah, so maybe I want to ask you a joke. Yes, it's a Malay joke, but you can you can guess. So I will tell this joke in Malay. So jam apa yang tak berguna? Jam apa yang tak berguna? Okay. So if you know the answer, you can put in the comment box ya, jam apa yang tak berguna. Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, usually people say jamban. Jamban berguna, actually, because you can, relieve yourself. That's the best part of the day for me. But jam yang paling tak berguna is jam yang rosak lah, bro. Okay, Luqman is back on live. Let's add him back. Yeah, jam yang rosak means cannot use the jam lah. That's why the jam tak berguna. Get it.
Sorry. Okay, I'm
Okay.
using now. I don't know why my connection was so trashy, but I'm using
It's okay,
40 now.
look. It's okay. You gave me a chance to tell a bad dad joke, so yeah.
Ya, jam apa yang tak berguna?
Yeah. People would
What's the
guess it's jamban lah, jam. It's jam yang rosak. So yeah, tak berguna, right?
jam yang dah rosak?
Yeah. Okay, Luqman. I have a question for you. Oh yeah, you haven't answered the previous question. No. How were you involved with Majulah? Yeah, so Luqman is bringing a tour of his home right now. But while we wait for his Wi-Fi connection to be up again, look, Asura asked, where is Jambal? All right. Yes. Luqman blue tick me again. Oh, okay. Luqman live again. Go live, Luqman. Yeah. So this is our first world problem, okay, guys. Wi-Fi. So if you look at Singapore, before we start with you, I think if you look at Singapore hierarchy of needs, Wi-Fi is the most basic, need for us. So no Wi-Fi, we die actually, because we are all connected. Singapore, it's a small country, and everyone is connected with everyone. Misteri jam 10:22. Okay. Okay, Luqman, yes. Yeah. So the question, how do you begin your journey? So one question I have here is, share with us on how you start your journey as a medic. Has it been your interest since you were young? So you cannot hear. Luqman, inject him, please. I think Asura, I think got banyak sangat injection. That's why I'm like that. Yeah, Luqman, I think while we wait for Luqman, we have a few questions here from Muhammad Yahya. Mr. Luqman, can you tell us what is your task as a frontliner and how do you manage it? He will answer it soon. Sheikh Luqman, can you hear me? No, I cannot hear you. I think your Wi-Fi got a bit of problem. Rushdina, yes, Rushdina. We can't hear you, but you guys can hear me, okay? That's the most important thing. As long as you can hear me, you hear music to your ears. Luqman left us again, but Luqman will join us in a bit again. While we wait for Luqman to join us, maybe drop us more questions. So when it's live again, he can answer those questions. Yes. So for those of you who just joined us, we are live with one of Majulah's Changemaker, Mr. Sheikh Luqman. Sheikh Luqman is an ambulance medic, one of the frontliners in the fight against COVID-19. And I think one interesting fact about Luqman is he's nominated as the Singapore of the Year in 2017 because as a teenager he saved 20 lives.
I'm back. Okay.
Okay,
question is
Luqman,
going.
yes.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Okay.
It's okay. I can entertain them actually. They are entertained by me actually.
Yes.
Yeah. So now they need to take. So after they entertained by me, now they have to take wisdom from you, Luqman. So you are our senpai here. You know, you are our Sifu here. So we want to learn from you,
Okay.
Sifu Luqman. Sheikh
I'm not
Sheikh
like
Luqman ni.
baru nak start, baru nak start.
Oh, bukan ustaz tapi baru nak start. Okay, Luqman, share with us on how you started your journey as a medic. Has it been your
Okay.
interest since you were young?
I won't say since I was very young, but I
Mm-hmm.
guess cinta berputih tak lah.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
It started when I was in secondary school lah, I guess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was in secondary school, actually a lot of my
Mm.
friends were eventually found that this is something that's actually pretty interesting lah.
Mm-hmm.
Something
Mm-hmm.
that worth trying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay, Luqman, can you speak into the speaker one more time? We can't hear you. I think we lost you there. I can't hear you again. Yes, can hear you again. Luqman, can you speak? Say something, Luqman. Luqman, can you say something, Luqman? Yeah, so Luqman has a bit of connection issues. It's okay. It's okay. You know, you guys can still be live here and ask more questions. So he'll probably answer the questions. If he don't manage to answer your questions, we will put in our IG post. So you can just refer to our future IG post for his answers. Again, Luqman was voted as Singaporean of the Year in 2017 because as a teenager he managed to save 20 lives to save. Teenager, I think if you guys know me, when I'm a teenager, I drop out of school, so back then it wasn't that productive. But our friend here, Luqman, 20, as a teenager, 20 save 20 lives. I probably, teenager, I didn't even save my life back then. Oh, that's not good. All right. So, Luqman here. Luqman earlier mentioned that, he started off his journey, after joining this first aid course with his friends. So it started off, him being FOMO with his friends. So I think I would like Luqman to continue from there. Luqman will be like, in a minute. We welcome Luqman again. Okay, Luqman.
sorry. Okay.
It's okay.
Can.
So
Okay.
let's go off. You mentioned that you started off with your friends, right? Attending this first aid course.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what's next?
Okay.
What happened after that?
So after that, okay.
Uh-huh.
I was very lucky. I met this instructor who actually brought me on something like an OJT.
Mm-hmm.
Dia bawa I pergi to all those events that they covered, and then to go
Mm-hmm.
on something like a trial, something like that. So I went for
Okay.
ambulance calls with him and everything. So I guess
Mm-hmm.
it was from there that I realized that this is a line that I actually want to join lah. Yeah.
Mm. Which part of it you had the realization that this is something that you want to
Yeah.
pursue? Yeah.
I think I love all the blood and all the gory
Oh
stuff
my
also lah.
god.
Yalah,
Guys, this
I
is
think
PG-13. Please watch this with your
no lah. I think it's more of the satisfaction of knowing that you made a difference lah in someone's life at the end of the day. So you go back knowing that I met this person who I don't even know of, but you actually put in your 100% in giving him the best treatment that he can actually receive lah. Whether it's just a small cut that you need to administer a plaster, or when you actually need to give CPR and everything to someone. So you go back knowing that it was a fulfilling day. You gave your best to this person, and yeah, you'll be rewarded for what you do, inshallah.
Okay. How young were you back then when you had this realization?
How young was I? Probably Sec 3, Sec 4, I think. Can't remember for sure.
Sec 4, wow.
Yeah.
Sec 3. If I can remember Sec 3, I think my only concern is whether my girlfriend, will leave me lah. But wow,
Ataupun sempat main bola tak lepas kelas
yeah, but you're amazing. You're amazing. You're Sec 3, 15, 16 years old. You think about saving lives and making others' lives better. So that's amazing. Okay, next question. This is about the ambulance medic industry, right? So, what is it in the industry you enjoy the most?
What is it in the industry that I enjoy the most?
Yeah.
I guess this industry is big, I would say. It's small, but it's also big. Number one is really, if you ask me lah, my main motivation would be all the people around me. In order, no lah, not really in order lah, but my family, number one, knowing that I know that I probably have enough to actually render them the assistance that they need when they actually need it. And number two is really the brotherhood lah that I have formed with all my fellow friends in this line. So these are the things that actually keep me going day by day. And I guess beyond that, it's really knowing that every day is a new day. No two calls are the same. No two cases are the same. Every case requires its own special attention and care. So that's when you know that you need to give in your 100% no matter what happens before or after that lah.
Luqman, I think you struck me. You struck me here. I feel a bit guilty.
Jada master you say like that lah. Jada master.
You mentioned earlier that the reason why you be committed in this industry is that the very basic to make sure that the care you render is enough. It's good, especially to your family. So okay, I think that's amazing, man. I didn't even think of it. Now you kind of like put me in a reflection mode already. So I'm gonna end this live now. I'm going to do joking live.
Oh. Bye.
Okay. Yeah, we got a few more questions here, Luqman. So just bear with me. Don't bear me. Bear.
Bear how you.
This is about your life as a frontliner. Okay. So first question. Describe to us what is your normal day. Typically looks like during this COVID-19 period.
Typical routine. Okay.
Yeah.
Before Ramadan or after Ramadan or during Ramadan
this,
or
all this one.
lah.
Okay, let me get my popcorn. Just share. Okay.
No lah. Okay, so I guess during this season, okay, so during this season, my main role is actually as a dispatcher for one of the PA, for one of the private ambulances. So my day typically starts at 9 and it ends at around 6 on some days and 10 p.m. on some days. So
hang on, 9 a.m. 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Okay, wow, okay.
6 p.m. or 10 p.m. Yep. Yeah, depends lah. Yeah.
Okay.
One weekend commitment. So I have one day off in that sense. Yeah. So by 9 a.m. We must all be ready on standby to receive calls from MOH for suspect cases or actually positive cases at times. Yeah, so sometimes the call can come in as early as 9:15 a.m. Sometimes the call can come in as late as 11 lah. So we actually take turns lah. So some of us start a bit early, then some of us start a bit later on some days, so that all of us have enough rest. Because if you don't take care of yourself first, then you can't take care of others. That concept. Yeah. So some of us start slightly earlier, some of us start slightly later. Yeah. Then the day goes on. We receive all kinds of calls. We go to all sorts of places. We go to shopping malls, we go to clinics, we go to homes, we go to dormitories, we go to factories. And I guess there's a Malay saying, right, that says pengalaman itu mendewasakan, something like that lah. So it's through all this, I would say I'm very grateful through all these experiences that I think I managed to see a lot more than there was to life lah before this. Yeah.
Wow, mashallah. Okay. So now we know, okay, that even as a private ambulance operator, you are being dispatched by the Ministry of Health to attend
that's right.
suspected cases, right? So I think prior to this, the viewers, I think most of us believe that private ambulance, they attend the 1,777. I think the non-emergency cases are nothing lah. They don't want to pay that. But now, guys, Luqman, he has to wake up every day knowing that he might be infected, but he still brave through the day. So Luqman, I think before I forget, thank you for your service, Luqman. Thank you for your service, and I hope I get the same courage as you.
Inshallah. I think you already have more than me, but
compliment aja. Okay, next question. What were some of the struggles you faced on the front line?
what
Did
are
you
some
face
of the
any?
struggles?
So that's the first question. Second question is, did you face any challenges from the public?
Wow, tricky question, touchy.
Naughty.
Okay,
Okay,
naughty, whoever asked this question, I think I'll be lying lah if I said that there were no challenges or there were no struggles for us as frontline personnel, especially in the healthcare industry. But I think some of the common ones that I can probably share is that sometimes wearing the PPE, we need to wear it for extended amount of hours or very, very long hours because
Okay,
of the
Luqman,
cases.
PPE is personal protective equipment, right?
That's right, man. Yep.
Okay.
So depending on the amount of sometimes the places that we go to can be a little bit more hotter than the others. Like for example, if sometimes we need to go to dormitories that are situated in maybe places like Tuas, where it's slightly hotter, and then sometimes the patient's information may not be I won't say it's wrong, but it may not be as updated or as accurate. So maybe during this period, their own employers have done their part to actually shift them to better accommodation places lah. So sometimes the places that we go to may not be updated, knowing the amount of migrant workers that we have here in Singapore. So that's one issue. Then of course another issue is the stigma that we face from the public lah. Simply because we are frontline workers and they may not understand fully the fact that when we are actually in PPE, we are, I would say, 99% protected from the virus in that sense lah. Yeah, so we are doing our part to protect ourselves, and we also don't wish for the virus to be within us and to spread around. It's not our wish lah. But I mean, our lives also have to go on. I still need to commute to work and go back to work by public transport. So I guess there is also one concern lah, or one struggle that some of us may face. Then I think lastly, the one that strikes me the most is really during this circuit breaker period, we don't exactly have a resting place, I would say. Yeah, we are all around in Singapore depending on the calls that we get and everything. So if you know during this circuit breaker, we cannot just sit around, loiter around in void decks, or find like a certain spot for us to just sit down and rest. So especially when it's time for us to break our fast, sometimes we may find that the queues at some of the hawkers can get pretty long. And we may not exactly have the time to buy lah, because we don't have the luxury of that 1 hour to buy, and at the same time we can't just cut the queue and buy. So sometimes we just have to order, and then we order in at home, and then we just wait until our shift is over to eat lah. So we just bring those tiny snacks, tidbits, tahan for a while. Yeah.
Wow, Luqman, I don't know what to say, Luqman. I got many more questions here, but after hearing your sharing just now, Thank you, Luqman. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for your service. Thank you for waking up every day knowing that although you might get, the risk is very high, but
The risk is very high lah.
yeah, inshallah, okay, may Allah grant you Jannah.
I mean,
That's my
inshallah.
wish. Yeah, so there's, you mentioned earlier, there's the stigma from the public. I think that's real, right? So not just the be it the ambulance medic, nurses, doctors, but I think as the general public, what we need to do, or what we need to reflect on is the acceptance that as a basic human, you need to
Yeah.
learn how to kind of embrace and accept that yes, while you want to stay safe, but there's this amount of respect that you need to give out, that you need to kind of yeah. But I think we still need to we still need to get a bit of education on that, Luqman. So while we wait for the rest to get educated on that. But yeah, so yeah, today we don't want to digress a lot, but today we want to focus on you, and only you, Luqman, as the frontliner, as the change maker. So we will go on to the next question, which is the okay, I think this is the most sauciest question. Sauce. I mean, yeah. Okay.
Apa ni?
So, dah makan belum? Have you had your?
Dah, thank you.
Okay.
I
Good.
have buka just now, alhamdulillah.
Is it a meal or is it a snack that you mentioned earlier?
Managed to get a full meal today, alhamdulillah.
Okay, good. So you can go on to the next question, because you need to have a full meal.
Can get.
Again, okay. Next question is any COVID-19 stories worth sharing with the audience?
Wow. Any COVID-19 stories worth sharing? Okay, I don't know if this comes lah, but I can share my own experience. I feel which is the most they say life comes full circle lah. So personally, I think I'm very blessed to have been able to go through this experience, although it wasn't one of the best, but I think we'll just share it anyway. So in my course of duty, I came across one of the suspect cases that and I was actually in close contact with him lah. We without any PPE on or anything of that sort, something like that. Yeah, so I became a suspect case myself because I developed all the signs and symptoms that you can think of lah. So I was coughing, I was sneezing, I almost developed a fever, I had phlegm everywhere. So and it was like a prolonged 1-2 week kind of thing. So eventually I myself had to go to NCID to get myself tested, and I was actually warded lah.
The poke nose thing?
Yes, the nasal, the nasal swab. Yeah, so for myself, my testing wasn't done at the screening center itself, because I came in for direct admission in NCID itself. So I was warded in NCID for a good 3 days. Then they did a total of 5 swab tests within the 3 days lah. Yeah, 5? So you can 5.
5 of those 1, 2, 3. The poke thing, is it?
Yeah. So 4 on the nose. 4 on the nose if I can remember correctly. Then 1 on the mouth. So all this within a span of 48 hours lah, or rather 72, 3 days 2 nights stay, hotel suite, something like that. Yeah. So I think
how was the test done, Luqman?
So they would. I'm not a nurse or a doctor lah by any chance lah, but if I remember correctly lah,
how do you?
So they put in something like a swab, like a cotton bud, but a smaller size of course, something for your nose. Then they go up all the way to somewhere here, your nose bridge. They get a sample, then they come out. Then it goes into the second side. Then it come out.
Okay. Wow, yeah. I can feel it.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how they are doing it now. Maybe they improve their processes here and there. because I was in the early stages lah. But for me, it was very uncomfortable to the point that the reflex itself is to cry. Yeah, I was crying not because I wanted to cry, but because it was actually painful lah. So my body registered it as painful. So okay, you're gonna cry from this, even though you don't wanna cry and look all macho in front of everybody. So so I cried in the end. Yeah, yeah. So during that period of time, so to put in some context, I came into the screening center around 3-4 ish. Yeah. So I got a bed
3
by
3
5.
p.m., 4 p.m. or 3 a.m.?
Yeah. 3 p.m. 3 p.m. by ambulance also lah. So I got a bed at around 5-ish. Then my dinner for that night, because I think I would think like was the early stage. So I mean it teaches you to be grateful lah. So I had plain porridge. There was nothing inside. So it was just plain white porridge for that night to sustain me into the night. Yeah, so then I had nothing on me. Okay, I had my backpack, which actually has a set of spare change. But they told me I was going to be there for more than 2 days. Then I was really panicking. I said, I got nothing on me. I only have my charger, basic lah. A PSP, and that's it. Nothing else. Yeah, so I told them I had nothing on me. So then after that, I told the nurse that. Then after that, she told me, "Oh, don't worry. We're gonna give you like the bathrobe and everything lah. Not bathrobe. I don't know what you call it. The hospital clothes. Yeah. So they gave me 2 sets of that and some toiletries, and that was it. So I was all alone in my room. Before the nurses could see me, they themselves had to wear the PPE. So it was a very, very troublesome process. Most of the time, we communicated by phone. There was not much human interaction lah, in that sense. Yeah. It came in as a shock for me because I didn't expect to be warded. Yeah, so I was only telling myself, okay, at most you're gonna get 14 days quarantine after your screening and everything. Then they told me I was gonna be warded, and I was like, okay, I'm not ready for this. And it's not something that you can actually reject, because the ministry is the one who decides. Okay, correct, so if they tell you you're gonna be warded, it's not like you go to a normal hospital and like, okay, doctor, I'm gonna come back tomorrow or another week. No such thing. Yeah, you're gonna go in right now. So we're like, okay, cool. So then yeah, so by the time, so I ate porridge at 5, 6. Then by the time it was 10 p.m, I was hungry. It was just plain porridge lah. Yeah. So I told the nurse. So I rang the phone and I told the nurse, "Hi, I'm hungry. Is there anything I can eat?" I was just plain blind before I said I'm hungry. Yeah. And then that was when she told me, "Okay lah, there's no more food." But she told me, "I have this small cup porridge, cup porridge, cum noodle, something like that." She said, "I can make for you. I give you mine lah if you want." Then she said, "I have some spare Milo from the pantry. I can give you lah." I said, "Wow, okay." I said, "That's very kind." I said, "If you don't mind, I can give you some money to pay back lah. The amount, it's her own share, He said, "Oh, it's okay, it's okay." And then she just gave it to me, and then she just placed it outside my door. Like, wow, I think the level of dedication that our nurses and doctors have is really something lah. Yeah. Then I think another one that struck me actually was that the fact that I think by 10 p.m. I already had a doctor assigned to me, and she actually explained to me the whole full process of being admitted in NCID lah. So then she said, after NCID, what happens? After the admission, how many days MC I'm probably gonna get, how long I stay, and everything. So I said, this is the level of dedication that our frontline healthcare workers, the real frontline, the doctors and nurses, the ones directly dealing with these patients, I said, they are putting in lah. So it was then that I realized that, okay, life has come full circle. I've been transporting patients. Then now I myself in a suspect case. I was declared negative. I got a 14-day stay home notice. Alhamdulillah. Then after that 14 days, I resumed back to work until today.
Wow. So that 3 days 2 night staycation at NCIE.
Eye opener.
Wow, put you back at your reflection seat, right?
Yeah. And then I just sat down, I was like, oh, mashallah, if all along I thought that it was going to be easy. Then I said, I thought wrong lah. I said, because, everyone thinks that, you're just going to be there, stay in the ward, and then, you have your one whole room to yourself, one big room at that point in time. Like, I think now it's triple sharing already. So I said, everyone thinks it's something fun away from the world and everything. But honestly, I think I think it's the little things that sometimes we fail to realize lah. Like the human interaction that we have with our own family, friends, our
Coffee.
siblings and everything. Yeah, coffee. Simple things, basic food. You don't get these things. Yeah.
Wow, Luqman. Wow. There's tons of gems that we can pluck up from your experience there. But I think for time's sake, we need to go on to the next segment, which is the questions from the public. So we got
Wow, okay.
2 questions here. Oh, okay. Interesting. One is from Hanisa Ghazali. She asked, what is the most rewarding thing from working as a frontliner? So that's Hanisa Ghazali. Someone, again, more familiar to us, Hafiza Ghazali. Someone connected at this, okay?
It's a county.
Hafiza Ghazali asked, do you ever feel scared to serve in this circumstance? How do you beranikan diri? So Hanisa asked, what's the most rewarding thing? And Hafiza asked, do you ever feel scared? And how do you beranikan diri?
Okay. What's the most rewarding thing? Free Mac Cafe every morning lah. No, I'm just kidding.
McDonald's
I
tutup,
think
bro.
itulah sedih kan.
That's why.
Yeah, so I said okay, I think the most rewarding thing is really knowing that I've done my part to if this is a calling right now, if I can't stay home, then I think I'm gonna give it my best lah. So at the end of the day, I know that because some of the cases we receive are not just purely suspect cases. Some of them also have underlying medical conditions that or acute medical conditions that we need to attend to right on scene. So if I go back knowing that I've given my 100% for the patient, then I think that's the most rewarding thing lah. It's as basic as that for me lah, personally. That's my personal take. Yeah, during my reflections at night. Second one, what struggles
do you ever feel scared?
Oh, feel scared. Yes.
Yeah. And how do you beranikan diri? How do you brave yourself to this?
Definitely I'm scared. I'd be lying if I say I'm not scared. I have my little sister who dotes on me a lot. So if you ask me if I feel scared, definitely I am scared. But how I make myself brave is by knowing that for every single case that I go, I give it my 100% lah. So I put in, I don my PPE step by step. I take out my PPE step by step. I do all the decontamination steps properly. And of course, I do my part to do all the safe distancing and also wearing of the mask and all this kind of thing lah. So as long as I've done my part, then when I go home, of course, I don't directly mix with them. I haven't actually spoken to any of my family members. I make sure I shower and everything first lah before I join them for interaction and everything. So that's how I mitigate it.
Yeah, I think what you did wonderful there is to kind of compartmentalize your responsibilities. So, but I think first level is the responsibility towards your job, which is as an ambulance medic and for you to save lives. Then when you have to go and queue up and buy your food, there's a responsibility towards the public, making sure that they feel safe around you. I think that's the norm right now, right? So then there's another set of responsibilities, to your family, making sure that they are safe, and how do you make sure they're safe? You have to immediately when you go back, you can't interact with them directly. You have to go straight to the bathroom, shower, and then get a new change of clothes. So, wow, I think, if you ask me to be in your shoes right now, probably kind of faint. or I don't know how to operate, Luqman. I think you did a wonderful thing there. We got a lot of comments from the public here. So, Malisa mentioned, thank you, Luqman, for the sacrifices and for being at Frontline. Mahmud Yaya send you a lot of love.
Wow,
Mahmud. Oh, Mahmud, you know Mahmud?
I think I've seen him around somewhere lah.
Okay, very familiar, all these people. We can take in one more question before we need to close off. Okay, sorry, okay, you don't have enough time, but I think let's close off with any last words from you,
Last
Luqman.
words.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna make it as simple as don't discriminate lah. So I think everyone is doing their part. Be it as as civilians staying home, or our uniform personnel going out there and serving the country for extended amount of days, not hours, for days,
Mm-hmm.
or even the segregation between the private and the public sectors. I think we just don't discriminate, and all we need is really just the support from everyone, and
Mm-hmm.
for us to make our job every day smooth. So if let's say we help each other, then I think we actually have the strength to overcome this at the end of everything. Yep,
So do not
that's all.
discriminate, right? So we need to embrace the love,
Embrace each other, the
embrace each
differences
other.
that we have.
Yeah,
Yep.
correct. I mean, as long as you're not sick, don't embrace lah. Right? If the person is sick. But thank you, Luqman. For being live with us with Majulah community. Continue to Majulah, Luqman, wherever you are. Keep
How to
on
make
doing amazing
I
work.
don't know how to make
Okay, so after this, but I think final words from myself to the public. Thank you again for spending your time with us, me, Shafi, and our superhero for today, Mr. Sheikh Luqman. And we will go live every Friday, and we will bring different change makers to this live platform. For our first guest of honor is Luqman. Second, we will think of other change makers who are doing crazy work for the community and helping to change the world as they go. So we
Thank you
will
for
go
having
live
me too,
every.
Shafi.
Thank you, thank you. You are tired, but you still go live with us. I owe you one lah. I owe you one. Okay, maybe I call
Coffee
in
after the
sick.
CB.
I call in 177. I want only Sheikh Luqman to come. So I
Inshallah,
can give you.
inshallah.
Okay lah. No, I cannot do that. It's just a piece of. Yeah, I take back my words. I take back my words. We will do. We will do
Offline.
that. Yes. We will do after circuit breaker, Luqman. You're welcome to our office anytime. Then we will
Inshallah.
have lunch together with the Majulah people. I think most of us kind of miss you, miss your presence.
It's been a
I
while.
mean, yeah, I think is your number one fan. Ken, I think without further ado, I want to close this proper. And our ritual, Luqman.
Yes, definitely.
You know how?
Let's continue
Okay, I think first
to.
you need to put your hand somewhere here. So like,
Okay, okay.
okay. So I wait for your cue. I wait for your cue, Luqman.
Okay,
Okay,
how
go.
you want me to make the M? Very hard to make M with one hand. With one hand.
Someone like, let's continue to.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
Go serious,
A
okay.
cue.
Ready, okay. Let's
Okay.
continue to
Ooh,
Majulah.
Majulah, Majulah, wherever you are, guys. We see you next week. Bye bye. Bye, Luqman.
Bye.
Assalamualaikum.
Bye. Stay safe. Waalaikumsalam.